G'day and welcome to DuckZorly Gaming, another Farming Sim Under 19 mod review. Today we are reviewing the Tractor Pack number 1 by Stevie. This Tractor Pack is just recently been released and is available on Stevie's Facebook page, the link of which will be down below in the comments. And this pack comprises 4 different brands with 11 different tractors in total. So we'll start off. We have the Valtra A and N series tractors. We have the big blues. We have the New Holland T7, T8 and T9 series of tractor. We have the Massey Ferguson 5600, 7700 and 8700 series of tractors. And we have the Case IH, Maxxum, Optum and Puma tractors as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through each of these individually, go through what options Stevie has given to us, and that will be the review for this set of mods. So we'll be right back with you very shortly with the Valtra A series. And here we go. We have the Valtra A series tractors here in front of us. This shows all the various configurations that are available to us, and we'll go into the store and have a quick look right now and see what options we do have. So we're going to go into Valtra. There's the default series, A series and N series. If we go across through here, here is Stevie's version here. So it is $55,600 to buy for the stock version. It is a 100 horsepower engine, 150 litre fuel capacity, 63 kilometers per hour driving speed stock version. When we go in here, we have the standard options. We can choose the main colour and we can choose the rim colour, and I think the garlic and the black is my personal preference for this. It looks wonderful with the black grille or the black detailing on the cab. It looks fantastic. But you can go ahead and change it to John Deere green if you like. You can give it some purple rims. You can do whatever you like, and quite nice. The other options we have available is we have a configuration option here. Now you'll notice the front of this tractor does not have a 3-point hitch or anything else like that. The options you do have is you can have a stock standard like that, or you can add a 500 kilogram front weight, and that's the only options you have. This one does not have the options also of putting a front loader attachment on, so you don't have that option available to you. Wheel brands, we have the Trelleborgs and we have the Nokians. So the Nokians are just the stock standard road tires. I also use them for when I'm doing grass work. Don't want to damage the grass as much as we can. But with the Trelleborgs, the options we have available to us, we have the standard, we then have the wheel weights. That has the wheel weights here in the hub. We then have the wide tires. We then have wide tires and weights with the weights and the hubs again. We have narrow tires and we have rear narrow twins. Now, they're not both narrow really, but anyway, that's what they called it. And then we're back to the standard. So that's the configuration you have there. Engine capacity, we have 2 engines available to us. We have the A104, which is the 100 horsepower, as we said before, and the A114, which is 165 horsepower. So it's a significant jump up on the default. Total price for the optioned, fully optioned one there, or not fully optioned, but now it's fully optioned, is $63,000. And the leasing price is $3,213 or thereabouts. All right, that's the Valtra A series, and we'll be right back, and we're going to have a look at the Valtra N series. And here we have the Valtra N series tractor. Again, similar to the A series, all the different options for the wheel configurations and all that is there in front of us. But we are going to go into the store and have a look at that. So again, we're going to head into Valtra. The N series, the default version is $121,000, 50 kilometer per hour driving speed, 145 horsepower engine. Stevie's version is $110,000 to buy, has 145 horsepower engine as the default, 235 litre fuel capacity, 70 kilometer per hour driving speed. So we're going to have a look at the details. So that's him there. Color wise, we have the main color, design color and rim color as options to change. So we'll change our main color to our garlic, and there's the chassis colors changed. The design color, if we change that to the pink, you'll see what that is, and that is just the roof lining up here, or the top of the roof, which you have the option to change, and then also you have the rim colors to change as well. So Get a little bit of extra variation with that roof color up there. All right, what else do we have? We have the wheel brands to choose from. So we have the Trelleborgs and we have the Nokians, same as what we did for the A series. The Trelleborgs, we have the standard tyres, we have the wheel weights again in the hub, wide tyre option, wide tyres and weights, rear twin wheels, so it's got the rear twins, and we have the narrow tyres for crop work, and then we're back to the standard. Front loader attachment is an option available for this tractor, and you will notice it has the 3-point hitch and the PTO at the front, and obviously has at the rear. But you can add the front loader attachment, which is there, all done. And engine setup, we have the N134 as default, which is the 145 horsepower. We have the N154E for an extra $5,000. That gives you 165 horsepower. And then we have the N174 for $10,000, which gives us 245 horsepower. And that is the engines that we have. And that is it for the N series tractor. Again, not a bad looking unit. I don't think I'd have the pink up there myself, but certainly you've got the option to change that to whatever you like. Again, nice looking tractor, works well, and that's it for the Valtra series in this pack. Next, we're going to move on to the Big Blues, the New Hollands, and we're going to start off with the T7. So we'll be right back. Okay, so here we have the New Holland T7 series tractor. Again, all the configurations are laid out in front of us there. And what we're going to do now is, as per normal, we're going to jump into the store and have a look at the specs and the configuration options we have available to us. All right, so we're going to go and find New Holland, which is here. So the T7 series by default is $240,000, 288 horsepower engine, 630 litre of fuel, and a 50 kilometre per hour operating speed. Stevie's version, okay, is $220,000 to buy for the stock variant, 288 horsepower engine, 630 litre of fuel, but a 70 kilometre per hour operating speed. Go and have a look at our options. We have the options of main colour and rim colour available to us. We have engine setup and wheel setup. So first off, we'll have a look at the colour options. So we have the main colour, so we can change that as we change that to garlic and we use the black rims. Or we can put it to the Rabi blue, put it to the pink, all that sort of stuff. So we've got those options available to us. So we've got the chassis colour or the main colour, and then the wheel hubs or the rims. All right, engine setups. So as we said before, the T7.290 is the 288 horsepower default. We have the T7.315, which is a 313 horsepower, and back to the 290. So we have the two engine of capacities for the T7. Wheel setup, we have the standard wheels, we have wheel weights, there we go, the wheel weight in the hub. We have wide tyres and weights, and twin wheels. We have rear twin wheels. That's them there. So 8,000 for the rear twin wheels and 10,000 for the twin wheels, just if you cost differential. So for an updated T7 series, we're looking at a total price of $236,500, increase from the $220,000 base price. But all in all, tractor, nice, and works quite well for our small size. All right, so now we're going to move along to the T8 series in the New Holland range. T8 series, sorry, and we'll be there right after this. And here we have the T8 series ready to go. So these are the T8 configurations as per all the other ones we've gone through. And we're just going to jump straight into the store and have a look at what options we have available to us. All right, again, so we're going to go to New Holland. The default T8 series is $267,000, a 320 horsepower engine, 609 litre of fuel, and a 50 kilometre per hour operating speed. Stevie's version, however, $247,000 for the stock, 320 horsepower engine, 609 litre of fuel, 70 kilometre per hour operating speed. Go in and have a look at the details. Again, as per what Stevie gives us, we have the colour options, so we have the full gamut. So again, we can do the garlic and the black. We can do the JCB orange and the black. We can do whatever we like. But either way, it's actually not a bad looking tractor at all. All right, engine setups. We have the T8 320 by default, a 380 option, and a 435. So the 320 is a 320 horsepower, 380 is a 382 horsepower, and the 435 is a 462 horsepower for $10,000. Wheel setups. We have the standard. We then have the wheel weights. We then have the wide tires and weights, twin wheels, rear twin wheels, and a crawler track. Okay. Then we're back to the standard. That's the options you have available for the T8 series by Stevie. All right, next in the New Holland line, and the last of the New Hollands to look at today, is the T9 series, the Behemoth, and we'll have a look at that right after this. And here we have the T9 series from New Holland. Right, as you can see, this is the biggest model they have, and we're going to jump straight into the shop and see what options we have available to us. All right, so again, New Holland. The default T9 series by Giants is $396,000, so just a little change out of $400K. It has a 462 horsepower engine, 1162 fuel capacity, 40 km/h operating speed. Now we go to the version by Stevie. Price is the same, $396,000. Engine and fuel capacity is the same, however, it is 60 km/h operating speed as opposed to the 40. All right, we're going to have a look at the options. Again, same thing again. So we've got the color option available to us. There we go. Now, I don't know. I think that's actually meant to be a sticker, possibly, or whether it's actually something that should be changed with the color. I don't know. But anyway, that part there is going to stay blue no matter what color you change it to. All right. So whether that's something that Stevie's missed or not, I'm not too sure. But anyway, so for now, that will always be the blue with the yellow stripe. So we got that, and then you got the rim color. So you can change those around to how you like it. Okay. All right, so let's have a look at the engine setup and all that. As we said, we got the T9 480 565 of the as the engine option. So there's only 2 engines available for the T9. So the 480 is the default 462 horsepower, and the 565 is the 1165 horsepower variant. Wheel setups. We have the standard tire configuration. We have the wheel weights. So wheel weights in both the front and rear hubs. We have the twin wheels. And then we have the triple wheels. That's the options you have available. All right. And that is the T9 series. And that is the 3 models from New Holland in the Stevie tractor pack. So now we're going to move along to the Massey Fergusons. And first up will be the 5600. And here we have, to kick off the Massey Ferguson, we have the 5600 series. So, as you can see again, we have all the different configurations of wheel options or loader options or whatever else out there. And to go through these, we're going to jump into the store. Alright, so we're going to go off and find our Massey Ferguson. And we're going to look at the 5600 here. By default is $88,000, 105 horsepower engine, 160 litre of fuel, 40 km/h operating speed. So the one from Stevie is a $78,000 unit by default, 105 horsepower and 160 litre fuel capacity, same, and a 60 km/h operating speed. So let's go have a look at the options. Again, we have the normal option of being able to change the colours. So we'll go to our garlic and black, and then we have that there. We then have our engine capacities. So we have a 5610, a 5613. They're the options we have available. So the 5610, 105 horsepower, and the 5613 for $5,000 is 165 horsepower. Wheel brands, we have the Trelleborgs and we have the knock-ins. So with the Trelleborgs, we have the standard, the wheel weights, the wide tyres and weights, narrow tyres and rear narrow twins, and then rear twins. With the knock-ins, we just have the standard knock-ins for road work / grass work, whatever you want to do. And then we also have a other option being the front loader attachment for $1,500, as you can see there. All right. So that's the options you have available for the Massey Ferguson 5600 series. Not a bad little tractor. Looks quite nice. And we are going to now move on to the Massey Ferguson 7700 series right after this. Okay, so the second of the Massey Ferguson models we're looking at today is the Massey Ferguson 7700 series. So again, we have all the different configurations out there, from the stock standard all the way through to the twin wheel variant on the far right hand side. But we're going to have a look at all these again in the store. So let's go and have a look. All right, so again, going to go Massey Ferguson 7700 series. The default Giants version is $176,000 to buy, 210 horsepower engine, 430 litre of fuel, and a 50 kilometre per hour operating speed. If we go across to the Stevie version, 210 horsepower, 430 litres, same. However, 20 kilometers per hour extra on the road to 70 kilometers per hour, and a stock price of $166,000. Options available. Again, we have the option of the colors, which we're going to go to our default here at DuckZorly Gaming. And then we have the options for wheels, wheel brands and setups, engine setup, and front loader attachments. So what we'll do first, we'll do the engine. So we have the 210 horsepower, which is the 7719, the 7722, and the 7726. So the 7722 is an upgrade to the 240 horsepower engine, and the 7726 is 350 horsepower. Front loader attachment is available on the 7700 series, and we have the options between the trolley bogs and the knock-ins for our tires. So the knock-ins obviously is the grass and road work, all that sort of stuff, or basic yard work you could use it for. All right, but the trolley bogs, we have the standard configuration, we have the wheel weights, we have the wide tires, we have the wide tires and the weights, the narrow tires, the rear twin wheels, and the twin wheels as an option. All right, so total price in the upgraded configuration is $185,000, so it's $19,000 dearer than the base price. But again, quite a nice looking tractor, and one that we tend to use a fair bit in our gaming here at DuckZorly Gaming. All right, so last for the Massey Fergusons, and next to come up is the 8700 series, which we'll get to right now. And here we have the last of the Massey Ferguson tractors for Stevie's tractor mod pack, and this is the, as we said before, 8700 series from Massey Ferguson. And we have the options there in front of us. And again, we're going to go straight to the store and have a look and see what we can do in there and what the price and everything is. All right, so stock standard, which we always look at before we go into our modded version, is 300 horsepower, 630 litre of fuel, 50 kilometre per hour operating speed for a base price of $200,000. The Stevie version of the 8700 is $235,000 to buy. 300 horsepower engine by default, 630 litre of fuel as per normal, and 70 kilometre per hour driving speed. We're going to have a look at the options. Okay, so we have the main colour option on this one, which we're going to change to the garlic, which you can see there. We have the rim colour, which we're going to change to our black. And then we have the design colour. Now the design colour, again, is a change to the roof. So you do have that extra variation with the 8700 series of having a different colour roof on it as well. There you go. We're going to go the black and garlic all around, and that's the color options. So with the 8700 series, we only have options for the engine and the wheel setup. So we have an 8727, an 8732, and an 8737 engine, and they all relate to the 27 being the 300 horsepower stock standard. The 8732 is a 350 horsepower power plant, and the 8737 is a 462 horsepower power plant. The wheel setups, we have standard wheels, wheel weights, wide tires and weights, and twin wheels as our options for our tires, along with the rear twin wheels, which I almost forgot. All right, so that's it. That is the Massey Ferguson 8700, and that wraps up the Massey Ferguson tractors for the mod pack. And now we're going to move on to the last three tractors in this mod pack, which is the Case IH, Puma, Optum, and Maxxum, which we'll get to right after this. And first off, for our Case tractors, we are going to look at the Maxxum series. Again, there's the configurations in front of us, all the different color options we can go through. So we're going to jump straight into the store and have a look-see. So we're going to go to Case IH. The Maxxum series, the default Giants version, is 145 horsepower, 250 litre of fuel, and 50 km/h operating speed for $112,000. Stevie's version is $102,000, so $10,000 cheaper. 145 horsepower, 250 litre fuel by default, which is same as the standard, but a 70 km/h operating speed. All right, in the options, we have the color options, same as normal. We're going to go the garlic and the black. Wheel brand, we have the Trelleborgs, we have the knock-ins. We have engine capacity, and we also have a front loader attachment option as well. So with the engines, we have the Maxxum CVX 115, 125, and the 135, and up to the 145. So we have the 4 different engines for the version of tractor. So the 115 is the 145, the 125 is 155 horsepower, the 135 is 169 horsepower, and the 145 is 175 horsepower. And that's $15,000 extra. So with the wheel brands, we have the knock-ins. So they're the communal slash grasswork slash yard work tires. Then we have the Trelleborgs in the standard configuration, wheel weights, wide tires and weights, narrow tires, rear twin wheels, and twin wheel as the options. So that is it for the Maxxum series by Stevie. Again, a nice looking tractor, and we're going to have a look now at the Optum series of tractor. We'll be there right back after this. Next cab off the rank is the Case Optum series of tractor. Again, we can see the variations there in front of us, and again, right into the store to have a look. Let's go. All right, so Case, we'll look at the default series as normal. Optum series, $240,000 to buy for a 288 horsepower engine, 630 litre fuel capacity, and a 50 km/h operating speed. Stevie's version, $225,000 for the stock version, 288 horsepower, 630 litre fuel, same, 70 km/h operating speed, which is an increase of 20 km/h on the stock. Going to the options, we have the same color options available to us as per normal, thanks to Stevie. So we've got the garlic and the black configuration there. We have engine setups of the 270 CVX, the 300 CVX. So the 270 is the 288 horsepower engine, while the 300 CVX is the 313 horsepower variant. Wheel setups, we have the standard, we have the wheel weights, we have the wide tires and weights, narrow twin wheels, and rear twin wheels. And that is the options available to us with the Case IH Optum series of tractor. Next and last to look at is the Case Puma, which we're going to have a look at right now. And we've finally arrived at the last tractor of the tractor mod pack, which is the Case Puma series. And we have the variants out there in front of us again, but we're going to go straight into the store and have a look at the options yet again. All right, so under Case or under tractors, I think it was heavy, large tractors, but anyway, we have the Puma series. The Puma series is $188,000 for the stock, 225 stock horsepower engine, 390 litre of fuel, and a 50 km/h operating speed. Stevie's version, when I find Stevie's version, is $178,000, 225 horsepower and 390 litre of fuel, same as the stock. However, it does 70 km/h as its operating speed. Options available to us, we have the stock standard colour options given to us by Stevie. We have the wheel brands of Trelleborg and knock-in. So knock-in being the communal slash grasswork slash yard work, whatever you want to use in that regard. Trelleborgs, we have the options of standard, wheel weights there, wide tires and weights, narrow tires, rear twin wheels. Engine wise, we have the 185 CVX, 200 CVX, and the 240 CVX. The 185 CVX is the default 225 horsepower power plant. Puma 200 CVX is the 245 horsepower variant, and the 240 is a 313 horsepower variant. And again, with the Puma series, we have the option for a front loader attachment as well. All right, So that is the Puma series by Stevie of Case IH. And that brings us to the end of the review of Stevie's Tractor Mod Pack number 1. Again, it is available from Stevie's Facebook page, the link to which is down below. I would like to extend my thanks and gratitude to Stevie for all the work he does in bringing us all these variations to the stock mods that or stock equipment that Giants give us, and for his continued work with supporting the game and us as a community. So hats off to you, Stevie. Thanks very much. And that is the end of this review. If you like the review and you like the content, then press the like button. If you didn't, that's okay. Press the dislike button. And as always, if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, please consider subscribing and pressing that notification bell icon so as you get told or acknowledged as to when there are new videos or let's plays or whatever else out on the DuckZorly Gaming channel. Until next time, this is DuckZorly saying goodbye, and we'll see you all later. Bye.